Hey friends, today we're going to talk about tomatoes. I have all my tomatoes in raised beds and they are cageless. They are running wild and free, and we're going to learn about what I've done so far, my lessons learned, and pruning and cleaning. I've got to take care of the mess that I have because it's oof. Let me walk you over there. You see, this is my back door and that is the entrance to my garden. It's so sunny right now. I'll walk you over here so you can see. The idea was that as soon as you walk in, you see nice tomatoes. Well, they're everywhere. That is my tomato bed. It's very windy. It's normal, I'm sorry, but you see, it's just crazy, huh? So that's where I have my tomatoes, and the idea when I first planted them, I'll put a clip of at the very beginning when I first planted, but I didn't know tomatillos would get as big as they are. And I have 3. I have 2 from seed and then 1 cutting. And last year I tried to grow one and it was just straight and it didn't do much at all. I basically killed it. I had never grown a tomatillo before, let alone tomatoes, so it's just a new experience. So because they went up straight tall, I said, well, I'll put them in the middle, and then I would put the regular tomatoes around it. And I know that regular tomatoes will trail out because I had a volunteer do that last year. So that was the idea. I wanted the tomatoes to do their normal thing, just, you know, be as free as they can be. I didn't really want to mess with cages because see how it's so windy? It gets really windy and I need strong cages to keep them up. Another idea is to probably put some strings and different supports and do that. Maybe next year I'll try that. But for now, I also didn't know I added some marigolds in the front, and I didn't know I didn't realize that I put giant marigolds. So I had giant tomatillos, I have sunflowers in the back because I wanted the height, and I have giant marigolds. So it's just a mixture of large plants. So I'll do that different next year. I'm going to change them from this location. I have another area. This side gets about, I would say, 9 to 10 hours of sun. It is very sunny. Around 10, 11, all the way until 8 o'clock p.m. How about I just show you what I have? I don't just have tomatoes here. I also have tomatoes in this corner. I have 3, 4, 5, I believe 5 or 6 tomatoes here. 2 of those are the tiny treats. And then I have tomatoes that trail out all along the edge. And I have a tomatillo here. You probably see it a lot better in the first video that I planted all this. I'm gonna try to step on this side because I don't want you to see my shadow. Just, you know, I'm sorry, I have my AC units right next to me and it's very windy. This is a crazy mess. I'm gonna do some pruning. I do love the sunflowers, but as you can see that it's yellow with yellow, so it's, and then the blooms are yellow from the tomatillo. So I have just yellow. I'm gonna say that over and over. I have to come back over here because it's so windy. Ooh, I got some shade. I work full-time, so I don't have too much time during the day to do this, and I really want to show you what I have. So wind and craziness and too much sun, that's what I have to work with. I'm gonna do some pruning right now because I have to clean it up. It's unmanageable. There's mosquitoes again. I'm gonna do some pruning, do some clean, and I saw some tomatoes I'm gonna harvest. So I'm gonna show you that too. I'm just gonna show you a little bit of it. I'm gonna use my shears to do my cutting. You can use scissors, but my scissors are old and dull, and these are awesome for that. These are the Velcros. The sun's gonna be in my face, but I want to show you how huge this tomatillo is. I did prune the suckers a little bit, but I didn't prune it completely. So you see this one goes all the way here. have no tomatillos. No tomatillos. So we're gonna cut this off. Now you can see a little bit in the front and you can walk better. I'm gonna show you the little tomatillos that I have already. These are not ready yet. Once you see the tomatillo come out of its shell, then they are ready to harvest. So those are not ready yet, but I have two there. I found another one over here. Nope. I think that's all I have. You see? Only two. Only two tomatillos. And I've already taken that much off. Now let's talk about this tomato. This is a pink Berkeley, and you don't see tomatoes, but they are hidden down here, and they are ready to be harvested. There we go. I have been pruning these, so you take off the sucker off the armpit. This one I didn't do, so you can see it right here. I'm gonna cut that one off because you don't want that. So you just take this off. It takes away the energy from producing tomatoes. And I'm gonna go through and look for some more and see if I missed any. Here I have a mojito mint from last year that it's basically retired. So I'm gonna go do some cleanup, and then I see some tomatoes over there that we can harvest. Next year, I'm gonna put the tomatoes over there so I don't have to do this. Clean out this area and then attempt to walk here, and hopefully there's no rodents living back here. But I'm gonna check what tomatoes we have, because there are some. I can see a bunch of red in there, and we have a lot growing back there. You can grow indeterminate tomatoes anywhere. I cleaned it up. I have a few. I moved everything over here so I can see it. And now, as you can see, it's cleaned. And then I have two vines here of tomatoes. These are some of the tomatoes I harvested. Look at this one. It's a beautiful color. These are pink Berkeleys. They're big and they are ready. Look at the size of this one. So big. And then these are all the ones that I harvested from the back. I've got one tomatillo that is ready. This is how you want them. These I took off accidentally. And let me show you all the other stuff. If I would have done this earlier, I would have had a lot more. You see? At this, boom, it was eaten. I waited too long because it was in the back. The same with this one. It's great until that. So maybe I can still salvage a little bit of this one. This is another one. I need to clean my AC, but these came from the back. I didn't look back there. I should have checked, but you know, watch your stuff. Let me show you all the stuff that I cut from the tomatillos. All of this for those 3 tomatillos. Oh look, wait, I found one more. 4 that pollinated. A good idea for the tomatoes to trail out would be the tiny gems, the tiny treats, any of the cherry tomatoes. They're great. I've been snacking on these since they started ripening. So I would say about a month or so, and I have so many more. Every single day I come and eat tomatoes. And the only thing different that I would do is I put them too close here to the edge. I would put them a little bit over and have them trail out because it did snap. And it did snap here. So they're too close to the edge. I didn't expect these to trail. I thought they were going to stay small and tall. That's why I have a big gap. But now that I see it, I love it. I have another set over here. These were put in after, and I'm also starting to snack on these a lot. My favorite though is this lengthy one here that is called Super Sweet 100, and those trail out. They're just a little bit bigger than the Tidy Treats, but they're much sweeter. I put tomatoes in any little spot that I could so I can test out different areas. On this side, I don't get too much sun. Look, it looks so pretty. And I have quite a few tomatoes, so this is the bed that this is the bed that I'm going to put tomatoes next year. And it does have a lot of tomatoes and they're ripening. I have these covered because the birds come and chewed on my other tomatoes, but those are almost done. I have those covered there, and I'm going to cover this one too. And this seems to work. Then I have more tomatoes that are growing over on this side. And I think I had another one there. Yeah, I do. See? If you see it, yeah. And that's from, if you remember my first video on this one, this tomato was basically dying on me, and now look how big it joined the other one. There is a lot of foliage here, not a lot of tomatoes. This variety is different. I think I got more over here. So it does have a lot. So hopefully I get some more. And right now it's, see, this one's struggling to hear a bit. Take that off. Just clean them up. I'm gonna go ahead and get this one trimmed up as well, and hopefully we get more tomatoes. So I made huge progress. I'm standing over here because I finally get some shade and now we have good lighting. You can see the marigolds, see how giant they are? I didn't expect this. So it was a bad combination, giant, giant, giant. I really thought they were gonna stay short and small here. I opened this area up. I've cleaned some of this. I still have a lot of mess there, but I don't want to completely take everything off yet. But now you can see the marigolds are full and sunflowers in the back. I wanted to see the sunflowers better. That didn't happen. Next time, definitely one tomatillo plant. I will hand pollinate. This one is doing great and it's given me a lot of tomatoes so far, and I have more coming. I have these two there. I have another one that's almost ripe, that back there. And even that one in the back, it gave me like 4 or 5 big ones, even though I didn't notice them. But it worked out. I mean, I really like the way it looks in the front. I do. I really encourage you to grow tomatoes in multiple areas in your home. Try different sun areas, try different pots. Don't just do one because, you know, things happen. I will show you right now, like I have a cucumber that just poof, died today. You can probably see. Look at that. That's what happened today. And you'll have a knowledge of all the areas in your home. Too much sun, what grows, what doesn't. And tomatoes are amazing. Tiny tomatoes, you have snacks every single day, and by far they're my favorite. I love them more than I love the big ones. So put a lot of those. They don't take up much space. Check your tomatoes, just prune them and look for suckers and try different varieties. Next year I'm gonna try yellow, a bunch of different colors. This time I didn't do much of the regular traditional tomatoes. I wanted to try something different. Painted something. Anyways, sorry for the wind and all that. I hope that this is somewhat beneficial. Last year was my first year, and I remember I was putting eggshells in them, which they're good, but it takes a long time for them to decompose. So if you're gonna put eggshells for calcium deficiencies, blend them, make it a powder, but even then it will take a while for that powder to go through and be absorbed by the plant. So a lot of compost, water timely, make it as often as you can, and remember to feed your plants. You feed them more than the ground does, especially if you have containers, so they depend on you. And that's it. I hope that this was helpful, and thank you for all of you that have subscribed. I'm gonna do a giveaway. I'm probably gonna do it on the next video, so stay tuned. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one. I'm over here because the AC is getting on my nerves.